It looks like we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a green light. So we're going to go ahead and get this Comeback Yoga Level 2 class started. My name is Tonya, and this is a Level 2 Comeback Yoga class. Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit organization based out of Denver, Colorado. We serve veterans, active duty military, and your support team. It is my honor to be here to serve you. This level 2 class is for you if you're up for a bit of a challenge today. We're doing some weight bearing poses for the upper body. So, some planking, some side planking, and maybe sprinkling in an arm balance in there as well. So, if you are brand new to yoga, you might try another one of our classes here on the channel. If you are feeling athletic, strong, and would like to stay and join me, I welcome you. But I welcome all of you no matter what you're up for today. But do know that this is more of a challenging class and to always just honor your own body and the sensations that are arising in your body. So if something feels too intense, strong, maybe uncomfortable, then just notice your breath. You use your breath as a way to navigate not only in the posture, but while we're moving through the postures. Also, using your breath to determine if, well, are you breathing? Because if you're retaining your breath, this may indicate maybe that there's some pain or discomfort in the body. And so just explore that. Explore how your breath can be your guide to navigate difficult poses, to navigate through even some of the stretching that we do. As this is a way for us to build not only heart rate variability, resiliency in our cardiovascular system, but this is also a way to build resiliency in our body and in our nervous system. So when we are experiencing dis-ease, discomfort, we notice whether our breath is quick paced, slow paced, and or if we're holding our breath. So these are things that we start to learn here on the mat, that we can take the skill off of the mat to support us in responding to our environment versus reacting. Whenever there isn't a threat, but we seem to think that there is a threat, then we'll notice if it's threatening or not, and then we can regroup and reset and respond rather than react. All right, so that's what I have for you today. If you have a yoga mat, you'll need that today. You won't need any other props unless you like to use a blanket or blocks for yourself. Get familiar with your surroundings as well as my surroundings, noting the plant on the stand and the floor plant here, the long side of my mat, the short side of the mat. That's what I'll be referring to. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, finding a comfortable seat, maybe on a cushion or in a chair, or even standing if you like. So, we'll take just a moment here to settle in, to breathe, um, and to just notice how we feel right now. What might be a current feeling that's arising? What might be showing up? Are we feeling tired, energized, nervous? What is it that we are feeling? Cold, warm, these kinds of things. And what is it that we might need? Why is it that we are here even today to this yoga class? What we're needing? Are we needing a stretch? Are we needing to sweat? Are we needing to bring focused attention to just inward because there's a lot going on in our head, and we just need to get out of our head and into our body. And this is what we do. So let's just take a few more moments to notice that. Do we need to move? Do we need to settle? Do we need to add a layer? What do we need in this moment? Let's take one more minute to go inward. Your eyes can be closed or open to ask this question and to receive the answer. Last moment to receive. All right. And then lifting your gaze if your eyes were closed. Let's go ahead and begin some movement, coming to a tabletop position with the hands under the knees, or sorry, hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. And we'll begin some spinal flexion and movement, just moving through your upper back, lower back, upper back moving, middle back moving. And then coming to a neutral position so you feel strong front and back. Pointer, sending one leg straight back, opposite arm goes forward. Let's bring the elbow and knee together for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Taking that hand and leg down to the floor, turn to the side plank variation with the knee down on the floor. Taking your hand down and switching sides for pointer, bringing it forward and then in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand down, foot down, side plank variation. Hand down, knee down, cat cow. Let's build some more heat now. Coming to a neutral position, shifting weight forward a little bit. You can also lift your knees here if you want. Bend your elbows back, half, come down halfway, press back up towards the heels. 4 more. Inhale, come forward, fingers wide, exhale down. You can go faster or slower. 2 and 1. Come all the way down. Cobra, chest lifts, legs go back and come on down. 2 more. Chest lift and down. Last one. Chest up and down. Press up and back towards the heels. Come forward again and come down. Let's do 4 more. Coming back, forward, back, 2, 1, and then coming down again, cobra, and coming down. 2 more, cobra, and down. 1 more, cobra, and down. This time, up and back to child's pose, knees out wide or together, whatever feels the best on your knees and your forehead to the floor or to the back of the hands. Excuse me. right. Coming up to kneel. Can pad those knees if we'll bring the arms up overhead. And then bring your arms forward as you move the hips back a little bit, like you're doing a little kind of a reverse plank almost. And then bring your arms up, exhale, arms back, or sorry, forward. So you're using your back muscles as well as your quads and your core. Come on up, exhale, lean back, squeeze, and then lift up. For two more, lean back, reach forward. Come on up, and last one. Good. And then coming up, stepping one foot forward for a lunge, both arms coming up. And then taking it down, maybe going towards straight on that front leg. Let's move here. Inhaling, arm comes up. Exhaling, hips back. One more. Inhale up and exhale back. All right. I'm bringing the knees back under those hips, arms going forward. Use your glutes. Exhale, hips coming back, torso in one long line. And then we'll bring the arms down this time. Arms forward, squeeze your glutes. And then last one. And down, stepping other foot forward. Bringing your arms up again and moving the hips back. Arms up and hips back. One more, arms up and hips back. All right, let's take it forward this time into a fold, bringing those feet under the hips. Nod your head back and forth and side to side. Bring your hands onto your shins. Press yourself long away from your legs and then draw yourself toward your legs. Press away from your legs and pull toward your legs. One more time. Press away and towards. All right. Let's rise all the way up to standing, both arms coming up, and then hands to the heart. You can face the screen here if you like. We're coming into a side bend, so bringing your feet together or hip distance apart, sweeping one arm up and over, side bending to one side. And we'll switch sides, up and over. And let's do two more each side, hips moving to the side, allowing some movement in the ankles and feet. One more. And up and over. Good. And then coming through center, we'll bring those elbows into cactus arms, reaching arms up now, and then elbows into cactus arms. Facing the short edge of your mat, bring your arms up, and then sweep your arms back behind you, and then back up. Sweep your arms behind you, and then back up. We'll bend the knees a little bit, sweep the arms back, and then up. Two more. Last one. Coming all the way up. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Finding a tall spine, tallest body. Sending your feet down towards the earth. Head towards the sky. And let's begin some warming up a little bit more. Sun salutations. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale and fold forward over your legs. Coming up halfway, pressing yourself against your legs, and then fold down all the way. Stepping one leg back, the foot comes down, heel comes down, warrior one. Going to bring those arms up. Pushing down into both feet. Now, sweep your arms back behind you and then back up. Sweep behind you and back up. One more time. Behind, you can look forward for more stability, and then arms coming up. Cactus those arms and take them down to the ground. Step forward over those legs. You fold. Come up halfway and then fold all the way. Other leg goes back, heel down, warrior one. Push down into the feet. Reach up. Arms go back, chest forward. Looking forward will help. Bring your arms up and sweep back. One more. And then cactus the arms and then bring them down to the floor. Step back to plank. Option to shift your weight right here or take a knee for side plank. Plank, side plank. And plank. Coming down all the way to your stomach. Locust, arms and legs stretch back. Maybe clasp your hands. And then coming down. Turn your head to the side. Come back up through center. Turn your head to the other side. Come down. Come through center. Cobra or upward dog. Straightening up those arms and lifting the hips and knees. Back to downward dog. All right, going to repeat that, but coming from the back side this time. So taking one leg up. Take it forward. Warrior one. Back heel down. Anchor down to reach up. Arms going back, keeping the chest open. Arms going up. Chest opening. Arms back. One more. Taking it back. And then opening your arms, cactus arms, and then down to the ground. Step back, downward dog. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Maybe some movement in the legs, maybe not. Other leg comes up. Step it forward. And foot in, down. Press down, rise up. Arms back. Arms up. Arms back. Arms up one more time. Arms back. And then cactus the arms. Just keep flowing with your breath. Taking it down, stepping back. Downward dog. 3 breaths. All right, side plank, shifting your weight to one side, maybe your knee coming down, shoulder behind the wrist. Option to lift the bottom knee here and then send it forward. Bring it in and then touch down. Second side, weight going back, lifting up, bottom knee can lift, bring it forward, in and down. Plank pose. And then shifting forward, bend your elbows down to the floor we come. Cobra or keep going for an upward dog. And then up and back, downward dog. Bend your knees, look to your hands, and step or hop towards the hands. Press yourself away from your legs, long spine, and then draw yourself towards your legs. Come all the way up to standing, hands to the heart, mountain pose. And let's catch our breath as the arms rest to the sides. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are working to a balanced pose within that sequence. So we're going to be moving into a half moon. Welcome to Be Near a Wall. I'll be offering a challenge with the arms back behind. So do what you can and work with what you've got. Mountain. Reach your arms up. Extended mountain. Hands to the heart and fold over your legs. Coming up to lengthen out through your spine. Exhale to fold over your legs. Take one leg back, finding that warrior one, feeling the strength in your body and stability. Your arms go back, chest forward, look, shoulders back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms go back. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. Now, option clasp your hands here. Look down, lift your back heel, lift off, warrior three. Maybe your leg comes all the way up off the ground. You're diving towards the floor. Woo! You could release your hands, coming into standing L instead. All right, let's bring that foot underneath our hips. Fold over the legs. Press yourself away. We're going to do the second side. Come over the legs. Other leg is going back, heel down. Really feel how your body's growing stronger, more resiliency. Sweep back. You got this. Let's bring it up. Bring it forward and back. One more. Option arms stay back or clasp. Keep those shoulders open and lift off a little bit or a lot. Maybe your back leg comes way off the ground. Maybe you keep diving forward to release your hands to the ground for standing L. All right, folks, bring the foot under the hip and press yourself away. Moving into our plank sequence now. Step or hop back plank. Side plank. Option top foot stays. Bottom knee lifts. Bring it forward and in. Plank. Side plank. Maybe bottom knee lifts. Get it forward, in, and plank. High plank, low plank, upward dog or cobra, and back to downward dog. Okay. Let's rest for a moment in child's pose, just briefly, before we move into our arm balance challenge. All right, I've been working on our side planks. So this side plank, we're going to start with the knee down and the hand in line with the knee. So the shoulder comes behind the wrist. We're not stacked it over like this, a little bit behind. Okay. So then our next option is to bring this knee in. Okay. Next option is to bring your foot up towards the ceiling. That's a challenge right there, enough, right? Okay. You can do this also from the floor, bringing your leg up, bottom knee bent, top leg towards the ceiling. So that's an option there. So those are a couple of different options. Let's go ahead and do the other side, shall we? So option, again, you could even be here. This is not as conducive to stretching your leg up, but it's completely available, right? Or optional. You can also come down to the floor, maybe straighten out your bottom leg. So just kind of exploring different options in your body. Another option is to be here, bringing your foot in, grabbing your foot, and stretching it up towards the ceiling. Okay, so let's repeat going back to the first side. Okay, so here's where the big challenge. So you can stay here, maybe you're here, and here, right? Okay, so those are your options. Next option would be to come here. Okay, this is going to be more of a challenge, right? Bend both knees, bring your foot here, and then leg up. Okay, and then let's flip over for flipping our dog. Shoulder behind the wrist, lower those hips down. And second side, final side. Coming over, maybe here, here. Maybe you take the first variation, leg up, maybe here, bending knees, up, and then behind. Taking your time to then flip your dog. All right, folks, shoulder behind the wrist. Let's come on down and let's stretch that out, shall we? So, crossing up those ankles, bring one arm across your chest, give the shoulder a little stretch here. Look over your shoulder. And switching sides. Coming back to center. Give the shoulders a couple of rolls. All right, I'm going to come down onto our stomach for yet another shoulder stretch. So, arm goes out to the side, roll onto that side, stretching the chest and the shoulder, right? Couple more breaths here. And switching sides. Coming onto your stomach, resting your head on the back of your hands for 5 deep breaths here. A little stretch for the shoulders, the chest, and a little recovery. 4 more breaths. And let's do a little stretch for our quad. So can roll to your side and grab an ankle, or from your front side, bring your foot in and then reach for your foot or ankle here. So shoulders going back, and maybe some of you have access to come up a little higher, hooking the forearm or the elbow around your foot. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And switching sides. All right, and let's press back into child's pose. The knees going wide, hips towards the heels, resting your head onto the mat or the back of your hands. Really slowing things down now for some of our stretches. Let's take 3 more breaths here in child's. All right, let's move into pigeon. So coming to tabletop, taking one knee forward and down. Your foot comes to the opposite side of the mat and either flexing the foot or pointing the toes back. Now, we're going to walk the other leg back, coming into our pigeon and maybe coming down to your forearms or all the way down to the back of your hands, maybe to the floor. We'll be here for 1 minute. That's about 5 deep, slow, conscious breaths. Noticing where you're getting the most sensation. It's not in the knee, it's not in the hip. It is in the hip, but shouldn't cause any pain on the knee. 3 more deep, slow breaths. All right, coming on upright, moving into downward dog from there. And switching sides. Other knee forward, leg back, and coming down. All right, coming on all the way back up into downward dog. Maybe taking your feet a little wider for a little more opening for the hamstrings. And then coming on down, facing the long edge of your mat or the screen, taking legs out wide into a fold. First, we'll add a side bend here, reaching up and over to one side for 3 breaths. And up and over, other side. And coming back through center and folding forward. Coming on upright, gathering the legs together, bending your knees. Draw yourself towards your legs and come over your legs and just rest here for a few breaths, stretching out or evening out your back, really. Let's bring the feet together for butterfly pose. Drawing your heels in, pressing your feet together, knees going out wide. You can use your arms to draw yourself forward or push down slightly into the floor behind you and taking your chest forward. Coming on up. One leg goes forward, other foot comes around for a seated twist. Turning your torso towards that knee. And coming around, switching the legs. And coming on around. All right, taking your legs forward, we'll roll down into boat pose. So legs, you can hold on to the back of your legs, hold on to the side of the mat. What you want to do though is roll down like you're coming down one vertebra at a time. So you start to feel your core engage. And then one leg might lift, maybe the other leg might lift, maybe both legs might go straight. You can lift your chest, arms reaching forward. And then coming into full boat. And then lowering down to rest. We'll do one last posture here. Knees into the chest, maybe rocking those legs side to side. And then placing your legs down for our final relaxation that we're here for about 5 minutes for. So if you feel comfortable, want to stay here, you are invited to stay here or be on your side, your front, your back, you're sitting or standing. I'll be sitting to guide you for the last few moments of our session here for about 5 minutes. So once you've arrived, comfortable in temperature, comfortable in body, we'll invite some stillness now into our mind. And by doing so, this will help to regulate our nervous system, and we do so with regulation of the breath today. So, with your next exhalation, just follow that all the way out to the end. And then, when you're ready, breathing in nice and slow, feeling the width of your torso, feeling the upper chest, upper back, and then slowly releasing that out. On your own pace, feeling the fullness, the width, all dimensions of your torso, the length, the width, and feeling it rising and then falling. Just feeling the fullness in all dimensions, even your belly rising and then releasing. A few more cycles on your own, and then we'll work together. So just feeling how your body moves with breath, how your in breath might be smoother or regular than your out breath. 2 more cycles. And now letting the next cycle go all the way. And when you're ready, we'll breathe in for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Retain for 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain for 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain for 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let that go. Coming to a natural respiratory rhythm that's suitable for you without strain. If you feel strain at all, then release or breathe in. The breath shouldn't be strenuous, especially now in this restful state. For another minute or so, just noticing any ease of mind, ease of body as you continue to notice your breath. Staying present to watch and note your breath, the spaciousness of your awareness of being here now in this moment. Last few moments here. And now returning to the sounds around, blinking your eyes open and closed, welcoming in all that is in your surroundings, colors, textures, light, temperature, everything that you're noticing. And then when you're ready, begin some movements, arms and legs, fingers, toes, head turning side to side. And emerging to a seated position. But we'll finish our time together with so much gratitude for you for showing up today. I am forever grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be here. Be well. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the link, and if you have the means to donate, we welcome your donation. Until next time, be well. Keep in touch.